Hi everyone, greetings from my home. My cat also says good morning. I'm at home today. I've been kind of going back and forth. Some days I'm working out of the Central Library. Some days, as you know, I was at the Joint Emergency Operations Center. The last couple of days I've been at home, but most likely I'll be going in later this week. Just sort of taking each day as it comes, and if I just have a bunch of online meetings, I will stay home. Got a nice little office set up here that I didn't have before. I hope you and your families are doing well. I wanted to hop on today to give you an update on a couple of projects that the library has been working on. One, as you know, are the medical supply donations from, it was about a week and a half of collecting donated medical supplies at 4 locations: East Regional, Summer Glen, Southwest Regional, and Northwest. Had a skeleton crew setting up tables and bins outside, and people were dropping their donated supplies in the bins. And we're still waiting on final count. We won't have that probably until tomorrow. But the last time I saw numbers, we had collected almost 4,000 pairs of gloves and a few thousand masks, including a few of those hard to find N95 masks. So I want to thank the library staff again for their work on conducting these donation stations at libraries, as well as Goodwill Industries of Tarrant County, which opened up their donation stations for medical supply donations as well. The other thing that a couple of us worked on towards the middle of last week was sorting through a bunch of discarded and donated books in order to give some to the overflow shelter at the convention center and the Presbyterian night shelter, 2 shelters for our homeless residents. One of the things I've been talking about quite a bit is once the sort of chaos of emergency setup was under control. So standing up the convention center for overflow homeless, figuring out how to house people with social distancing. We now need to move into a situation where we're thinking about people, how they're going to spend their time and their well-being. And in times of high stress, people need an outlet from thinking about the stresses in their lives. This is why so many people are binge watching Netflix shows, right? We all need to take our mind off of the stress every once in a while. And folks at the overflow shelter were not being given anything to occupy their mind. So if they had a book with them or they had a phone, they were okay. But for those who didn't, there was nothing to do from about 4 p.m. until 7 a.m. the next morning. So we dropped off 10 boxes of books to the overflow shelter and another 10 to Presbyterian night shelter. So what I'm doing is spending my time thinking about ways that the library can be of service to the community even with our doors closed. So that's my update. I also want to let you know that Tuesday, so hopefully you'll be seeing this on Tuesday, you will be receiving a call from your supervisor. We want to offer an opportunity for those of you who are interested in coming back to work and working on projects to do that. So we're conducting a survey to find out if there is interest out there amongst staff to come back and work on projects that will help get us ready to reopen whenever that may be. A couple of caveats. One is that if you say yes to this, you may or may not work in your normal work location. We have projects that need to be done across the library system, so we may ask you to work in a building that you don't normally work in. 2, you may not be doing the normal work that you do when we're open. It's an all hands on deck kind of moment. So of the projects that we're coming up with, you may be asked to work on something that normally is far outside of what you normally do. And as far as I know, the schedule's still going to be Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, but of course that could always change based on need. So if you are interested, start thinking about your responses to this survey. We are going to try and get every single staff person to fill this out. And I want to make one thing very, very clear. There is no pressure that you do this. It is completely optional and totally voluntary. So please let your supervisor know. Please answer the phone when your supervisor calls and let them know your interest. And then we can start talking about projects. So I hope your family is well. I hope you are well. I hope you're all staying safe, happy, and healthy. And I will talk to you later. Bye.